Random, and I have another drone for you from Ruko. I've been doing some work for Ruko for quite a while, and it just keeps getting better and better. And I really am actually getting excited as Ruko starts to develop its products, because a couple of things are happening, and this one includes that. So this is the Ruko version of F11. That's not its full number. I'll show you the full number in a second. But this is a very capable drone. They've done a bunch of things to it. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. So nice case, nice solid case, hard case, with a fabric that is covering the zipper. So it gives it some water resistance when you open it up. Now I have opened up this pack, so don't think this is totally how it's packed. I have to always check things just to make sure things are there. But when you open it up, you have a controller, and I'm really excited for you to see this controller. This is the second version of this controller that I've seen for a drone company, and this is a really nice switch from a lot of these toy companies. You've got stowed sticks, and you've got the antenna with the built-in and or the stowable lightning connector. So this of course is replaceable. You can take these out, and depending on what type of phone you have, USB-C to USB-C, USB-C to lightning. I think they still sell a micro. When you turn it on, let me go ahead and just put that back down there. When you turn it on, you get a lot of information. And this is a really solid controller. It's got a really nice rubber back, kind of a grippy material, and you get a lot of information: distance, height, speed, vertical speed. So it's let me turn that off. GPS condition, all those things are basically. I gotta hold that down like that and turn that off. So you get some clearly marked buttons: GPS. Record and or take a photo, and speed controller. You have a emergency stop button. You've got two variables, one for zoom. This is a zooming button, and this one is your pitch angle for your gimbal. The gimbal does move. It is a 2-axis gimbal. We'll look at that in just a second. But this controller, this is the second time that I've worked with this controller. It fits really large phones. Very good. So if you have a max size phone, this thing is really nice. I'm excited to show you me flying that. You're going to like that for sure. That is, like I said, a really nice change. You get a extra flying battery. This is a 3S 2500 mAh battery. Let's see, 3S 2500 LiPo. It has an external micro USB-C port, so you can charge it up, a charge indicator, and it's designed for F11 drones specifically. Okay, so you'll see that in just a minute when we take out the drone. Inside of the extras case, before we go right to the drone, you receive a set of props. This is a prop box. You get 2 of these USB-C cables. Okay, and you get 2 additional. Now these are usually packaged. I apologize that I had to unpackage it just to do some testing, some first testing. But these are the other 2 connectors. These go, and these can be stowed as well. So these are USB-C to micro and USB-C to USB-C connectors. So that's those. And then you'll get 2 manuals, and that's pretty much all you need to fly. So I'll put those inside there. So this version of the F11 is the F11Gim2. I think that stands for gimbal, 2-axis. So this is F11Gim2, so 2-axis gimbal. And you have a quick start guide, and these work really good. I usually go right to the quick start. It just gets right to the point. This setup can't be much easier. Scan your QR code, download the Ruko app. It even shows you what the Ruko app looks like. I don't know what specific page it is. All of the setup, it was probably one of the easier setups that I've done. These guys are getting really good at making it simple for somebody with not a lot of experience to do a setup. So I'll just put those two manuals down there. And I think it's time to look at the star of the show. Let's go ahead and pull out the F11Gim2, and here it is. Now, of course, it comes with cardboard pieces to keep your props basically stowed. But it is a very solid performer. There is a space for a an SD card, an SD micro. I do not see any sensors on the bottom end. So I'm looking. These are not sensors. There's nothing in there, and I was hoping to see at least a downward facing sensor, but I do not. So my guess is this is going to rely completely on barometer hold, so we'll have to see how well it hovers. From my initial testing, the hover was pretty good. There was no wind, but the hover was pretty good. So these arms come out; they're very stiff. They come out and they lock very stiffly, which is good. Which is a good thing. If I remove the battery, let me show you what a battery looks like. This is what the proprietary battery looks like, and that's a 2500 mAh. My guess, I'm just going from experience with these 3S batteries, that this one is probably going to give me about 25 minutes of flight time. I think they claim 30. You get into that 30 versus the time versus the actual time versus claim time. But they do take a long time to charge. And I use, to charge this, just to give you an idea what I use, is I use these little block chargers. And you do have a charge indicator. And you turn the batteries on that way. And I'll go ahead and shut it down. So it's a click to activate and a click to turn on and off. But there's your balance connections. But that's kind of the setup and how it does snap in. I don't see it coming out at all. It looks like it's pretty secure, and this is the size it opens up to. Now I did pre-weigh this, and this quadcopter is weight is about 500 grams, just for your information. I did remove the sticker. And this is a 4K camera. It says a full HD Wi-Fi cam. It is marked f2.15 100 degree field of view, which is marked on the lens. But yeah, this is the F11. This F11 design has been around for a long time. It has been with us since I've been in the drone business. Since I've been flying, I've seen this design, and it's gone through a lot of modifications. There are some rubber bumpers on the bottom. Right here are two rubber bumpers. There is no rubber on the front. You do have these longer extended landing legs. There is rubber on the bottom. You have lights. These look a lot like the spark lights right there, LEDs, front and back. And they do glow kind of a fun purple color. So yeah, so there it is. There's the F11Gim2. And this is a stabilized gimbal bird. So you've got a 2-axis gimbal, and you have it, and it's stabilized, and it also is shock mounted. Initial tests are really good. So I did get a stable shot. So I did not have a SD card, but I will do a preliminary test very soon. So I did put in I think this is only a 65 gig U3 card, If I need to, I will put in a different card. We'll see what happens here in the next couple of days. I'm just looking at some of the things inside of. I do see a kind of interesting cable in there, but it looks like it's pretty solid. It looks like it's well shocked too, or mounted too. So, but no bottom facing sensors, no sensors on the rear. So this one is going to rely on good old fashioned a barometer hold. So we'll see what the technology has done. It's been close to 6 years, since these models have first came out. At least the outside design. Inside, though, it's probably completely different. The chips are different today. The GPSs they use are a lot more accurate. The cameras are better. I'm looking for some for this one. Looking for some color science that's a little more natural. So, all right. So, there it is. I'll set this aside. So here it is. This is the bird, and I'm excited for it. Probably the last thing I guess I can make note of is the props. These props are a prop design that is fairly common. So to replace these wouldn't be bad. They are not removable. So it looks like we have to remove screws to take these out. And I can imagine the tool that's available to me is made for that. But yeah, so these look like they're about probably 5-inch, a little bit more than 5-inch, almost 6-inch props. But looks good, and let's give it a flight. I think that's the key, is everybody wants to see it fly. But yeah, so this is the Ruko F11Gim2. All right.